Okay, so now let us see how the multiple pointers to the variables work. So you have a variable a, and a is having a certain value, right? So it's within the domain of integer. So a is being stored at the location the location is 234560, and the value is minus 123. So if you see the variable p and so both these are the pointers. So this is how both these pointer variables are storing the location of a. So I can say that p is also referring to a, q is also referring to a, and if you write ampersand of a, that itself will print 234560, that is the address of the variable, that is the integer variable a. So how can you access the variables through pointer? A very good example, if you observe the left portion, all these are the scenario which is before, and if you execute these particular statement that are mentioned in the center, you'll find something that is on the right side. So on the right side, you'll see the changes that are reflected when you execute these particular statements. So p is a pointer and q is also a pointer. So both these pointers are pointing to the variable x, right? So right now x is not holding any value. So when you execute the statement x equals to 4, so now which both these pointers were pointing to x, and x is now holding a value. So it's the x value, the variable x is holding 4 as the value. If you see the second diagram, the second portion, so P and Q both are pointers. X is holding the value 4, and if you increment the value of x by 3, so there is no change in the pointer, only the value of the variable x is updated with 7. So there is no change in the pointer, just the value is updated. If you see the third one, the third portion in the diagram, so in this third portion, again P and Q are pointers. X is holding the value 7. So the last change here is reflected over here. So it's X is holding the value 7. Then star P equals to 8. So this star operator helps you to update the value of the variable that is pointed by the pointer. So I am repeating it again. This star value, the star operator, helps you to access the variable that is pointed by the pointer. So P was pointing to the variable x. So now the value of x gets updated to 8. So if you see on the right, x is updated to 8. Okay, so the fourth portion, since the last updation in x was 8, so if you see it again, both these pointers are pointing here. And if you read this particular statement, what this is doing is, we'll start from the right. Star p is the value, how you can access the value of a pointer. That means pointer is pointing to certain variables. So pointer is pointing to x, and x is holding the value 8. Again, q is holding the q is a pointer, and q is pointing to the variable x, which is holding 8. So you'll get 8 plus 8, and 16 is updated. So 16 is updated where, just read this particular portion on the left side. So how you can read it, x, the address of x, like suppose it's stored at 1024. So at 1024 address, star says the value. So this can also be written as simple x, right? So this, if you see on the right side, so x variable gets updated to 16 here. Okay, just see the last portion. Both the pointers P and Q are holding a value 16. Are pointing to the variable x, that is holding the value 16, And if you see this operation, this statement in between, so it's star p star q. So this particular how it operates is star q is the value, the latest value, that is 16, and star p is also the latest value 16, and this center star is denotes the multiply operator. So 16 gets multiplied with 16, and ultimately the result gets stored in x. So this is how you can access the variables and access the values through the pointer. So you have seen that the pointers help you to access the value also. Okay, so let's see how you can declare the pointers and how you can define the pointers. So if you see on the top, the syntax of the pointer is as follows. You have to declare the type first, then you have to use star as the operator and followed by the identifier. So let's see. So you have a character A, just as simple that you define the basic data type, basic character. Then you have integer n. So this is the data type and the variable name. Float x, x is the variable name, and float is the data type. Similarly, if you want to create a pointer that is pointing to a character, so if p is pointing to the character, so you have to declare p, the pointer, with character data type followed by star and the name of the pointer. So name of the pointer can be any user defined name that you declare. So it can be any user defined name. Similarly, if you see q, so q is an integer pointer since it is pointing to n here. So its type should be declared as integer. So you have to be very careful in case you are declaring any pointer and its type is the data type, so you have to declare it with the same data type that you are pointing to. So if you want to point it to x, so you have to declare the pointer that is float and followed by star and the name of the pointer. Okay, so here is a simple example. The integer a is 5, then int star q equals to ampersand of a, double b equals to some floating value, then double star p equals to b, ampersand of b. You have character variable and you have a character pointer. So in all these statement for each, let's suppose it's an integer, so integer pointer, double, so you are using double pointer, character, and you are using character pointer. So this second statement is how you can declare the value to a pointer. So it's star q, and since this star q is a pointer, so it will be holding the address of a. So each pointer holds the address. So star p is holding address of b, and similarly star s is holding the address of the k variable. The k pointer is holding address of s. So the most important thing over here is if you print the value, if you print the sizes of the data types. So if you know the data type integer is having certain size, the integer pointer is having certain size, double is having different size, double pointer, then character pointer. So let us see how the output works over here. So depending on the processor, integer variable is having 4 as the size, integer pointer is 8, double variable is having the size 8, double pointer is also 8, character is 1 byte, and character pointer is 8, right? So if you observe each and every pointer, be it integer, double, or character, that is of same size, apart from the fact that they are pointing to a different data type. And the reason for this is because they are holding the memory address. Therefore, the size of each pointer variable, its integer, double, or character, it will remain same. Okay, so in the next example, And in the next video, we'll explore how we can use these pointers and how we can work with double pointers.